Maria Lucé, how are you?
Love being on with you. Good morning.
She is a parenting specialist. The new study shows that apparently you can do working as a single mom and the kids will turn out fine.
Good. Reminds you of that old, I can bring home the bacon.
Yeah.
Fry it up in a pan.
There you go.
That's kind of aging us, but that's okay.
Okay, so, it's great. In fact, that kids can be okay with a working mom, single mom, because a lot of women are in that situation. It's wonderful. It doesn't discount the fact that obviously it can be better with more people. I mean, if you have a couple, it's probably, I just can't imagine the work that single moms do. I think it'd be so difficult. And single dads, more likely single moms, but how difficult it is as two people raising kids, how hard it must be with one. And it's incredible. And my kudos and tip of the cap to single parents that are doing this, because it's a tough deal and way to go.
Well, and you're exactly right. Now, let's just discuss this particular study is looking at single by choice, meaning maybe in their 20s, they were working on their education, and then they were working on their career. And this is the difference between that and a divorce. So, no, they're going eyes wide open. I want to have a child, and I don't necessarily need to wait for a partner. And this study shows that these kids thrive, and the parents are thriving.
You couldn't you also find situations where it didn't work? And I think sometimes you can get the results you want out of this. Who did the survey?
So the survey came out of, and let me just look at I've got it right in front of me.
University Medical Center, Amsterdam, is that what it is?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
All right. Well, again,
thank you.
So I just want to make sure. Sometimes people say dads don't matter. I totally disagree with that. So.
And you know what? What's so important on this, and I was going to say that exact same thing. What I find interesting about this study is that they only focused on women choosing to have to have kids. What about the men? Because they could choose to have a child just as well.
Yeah. And
do just as well. The difference here is that they focused on mothers, and it was, again, quote, single mothers by choice. What they did find is that mothers in this group have a bigger support network of family, friends, neighbors, and it takes a village. So whether one parent or two. And again, we need to make sure that we're talking about by choice versus,
right.
A 17-year-old oops or a divorced parent, because this study is looking at something different.
Okay. But as a parenting specialist, when you have a healthy house and you do have two committed people, obviously there are benefits, great benefits to that.
No question. No question. I mean, just in responsibilities and the level of stress and having a, quote, teammate, if you will, in parenting kids. So obviously, that might be the best option.
Yeah.
This study is just looking at people choosing something different.
If you want to be a great parent, Maria, you gotta be all in. You got to forget about yourself a lot. And you've got to love.
A lot.
You got to love. And you know what? When you get there and you just want to be in their eyes and be part of the thing, it's the best ever. It is the best ever.
It's the most incredible joy that anyone can ever have. It's also the most difficult job anyone ever has. But we do our best, and that's what the community is about. That's why I love talking to you about these type of things and helping empower other moms and dads.
Yeah. But we don't get any training for this, do we? Really? I mean, if we have...
There is no handbook.
Yeah.
There is no perfect mom. That's why it's all about there is the empowered mom. There is the empowered dad. That's what it's about. This study is different. It's single by choice. I mean, look, we can look at the statistics. I mean, it's over 50% of divorced parents. What is interesting in this is that they looked at the stress levels. They looked at child's behavior and well-being, and it seemed to be very, very healthy. The delineation here is in divorced situations or in an oops situation, that there could be a lot of conflict and stress and financial issues or fighting among, co-parenting or, custody.
And
this is completely different.
Just as an aside, Amsterdam, just in case it mattered, Amsterdam is San Francisco on steroids. It is an unbelievably open, anything goes kind of a place, too. It's a very different city.
No, and very different culture.
Yeah, very different culture.
So, we look at each study and we have to kind of take it with, where it's been done and how many people they talk to, all of that kind of thing. I think the ideal would be 2 parents just for help, but if it's a healthy situation.
Well, and I believe there's a role for mom and a role for dad. I mean, they're totally critical.
Couldn't agree with you more.
Listen, it's always a pleasure. How do people find Maria Lucé?
TheEmpoweredMom.com. You can go to Facebook, The Empowered Mom page, Instagram, The Empowered Mom, Twitter, The Empowered Mom. It's basically anywhere The Empowered Mom. And I always enjoy being with you and all of your listeners.
Thank you very much, Maria, and way to own the world in power. Way to own it.
Love you, Steve J.
Good talking to you, Maria Lucé, down in Dallas, The Empowered Mom.